Hello.
Hello, I'm Hugh Tamlin, aka Pigo, and this is my good friend GrunsTala. And, well, first of all, let's just start out. When did we meet? And in what
Uh,
server?
so I think so first, I think the server was I don't know if you remember it. It was the Entropy Zero server on Discord.
Oh,
The
bloody
the
hell,
the
it
Assault mod.
was!
Yeah, that's where I also met a couple of other source people, including Nuclear Potato, which you've interviewed before. And it had to be it had to be after 2020 because I started going on Discord after the lockdown. So I'm guessing, yeah, like late 2020, I think we probably started like knowing each other.
It feels like a
Although I
thousand years
already,
ago, but the reason
yeah,
why.
this feels old.
Sorry, carry on.
I don't know. I was just saying this feels old, but go ahead.
Well, this is the reason why I'm starting with that question is because the number one thing that lurks above all Gmod artists is we are essentially in a From Software setting where we are surrounded by the ancient relics and ruins of what once was the Gmod
Yeah.
facepunt section. But at the same time, I'm going to say this now: Gmod art is stronger and better than it's ever been before, but even more niche. How did you first find Gmod
That's
art?
true. Um, so I don't think I really found it. I mean, I knew that people made art on Gmod, like from the community tabs that I would check sometimes on Steam when I used to play Gmod. Well, but when I started playing Gmod rather. But I never thought it was like a whole niche of its own. I felt like I started finding out that it was a niche after we t started talking actually, and when you invited me on the on SAC back in the day. So that's why I really find out it was like kind of a niche of its own. But prior to that, I thought it was just like me and like five other people kind of just doing it spontaneously. I think that's the word. I'm not sure how to say it.
Spontaneously, yeah, I
Yeah,
messed it up
exactly.
just then as well. Well, that's actually really interesting because that just goes to show you that it's not always the same of looking in the Steam artwork section because it's so niche that people can just find it completely by accident.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what do you remember first being inspired by? Now, as you said, you made stuff spontaneously with your friends, but
Yeah.
how did that start off? What were you first making? And of course, if you've got the images, please show. And then
Oh yeah.
later,
Let me put them up.
what then inspired you more and more? Was it other Gmod artists primarily?
Um, so at the very first, I'm not actually sure like what even really inspired me. I know that back in the day, when I started, I used to watch a lot of like Gmod Machinimas and SFM, especially TF2 stuff. But funnily enough, I didn't really do much TF2 stuff. I mainly did like, I guess, sort of Half-Life 2-ish kind of things. But and I don't remember having much inspirations because my first stuff, which is these, it was I don't remember why I did these. I kind of just logged on a map and I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool with like the angle and stuff, and I just started doing it like kind of naturally. So I don't remember much inspiration, like at least at first. And
Oh,
then
these are
later on,
wonderful. Oh, I love the shot of the factories and the cooling towers in the distance.
yeah, I don't know why I just like doing like these map shots where I didn't even pose anything. I just took a screenshot with like the default Gmod like post processing things.
I think
And
these are really good examples of how if you suddenly get like if you have the urge, the drive, if you're more into like your visual art, I think you'll just naturally
yeah,
start seeing this stuff and doing it. And especially because you've
yeah,
got an
exactly.
immediate sense of composition immediately.
Yeah, that's something I'm kind of surprised even like myself when I look back at this old stuff is that like I don't know, I feel like I already got like a decent composition and such. Like I don't know why it just kind of came naturally.
No,
Um
definitely. The burnt buildings with the train and the cars in the backgroround and then
yeah, like
yeah,
it,
all good.
it, it just works really well somehow.
Okay,
And
so
yeah.
oh sorry, but anything else you wanted to say just now?
No, I was just gonna say and then later on in terms of inspirations, there was also like TF2 stuff a lot, where I started getting more inspired by like machinimas as well. Well, TF2 machinimas rather. Uh, and then there was also like sort of what I consider quote unquote the third sort of era, where I mostly got inspired by other Gmod artists, such as well you a lot. In the later picks, you kind of feel more of that Pigo like influence, but also yeah from other artists.
Excellent, thank you very much. Okay, so just before we move on, any specific TF2 machinimas that or YouTubers that you really enjoyed or still do?
I feel like I've forgotten a lot of these, but if I had to think back of these, a lot of the sexy hours ones, I think yeah, that's how you say it, right? Sexy like that. And
Oh, Saxy, right? Yeah.
yeah, no, not sexy. Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of weird with the accent.
it was one of those things. When I said sexy hours, I just immediately assumed it was like one of the funny ones.
Oh no. In terms of ones I have in mind specifically, probably I think it's called Gone with two N's. That's an old one. That was like one of the first. Well, maybe not one of the first, but one of the few like really high quality ones that was like straight up with like assets made specifically for the animation and such. That was really great.
Oh yes,
Um,
ancient gun.
oh, Ancient Gun. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah,
The name.
yeah, and it's very 1960s Bond inspired.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
But like
that's
all
absolute
TFT
key.
style. Yeah, and then in terms of other ones, there is also Once Upon a Time in Two Fort, which I don't remember well, but uh, it's like a short series, and it's kind of more like almost not really creepy or horror, but it feels kind of like weirdly serious sometimes. But it's kind of good as well because it's all in this TF2 theme. And then maybe like that one Saxy award. I think it's called Defect, where it's a short one where it's just like it's like MVM themed, and one of the robots get hit in the head and it's like start feeling emotions and stuff. And I don't know why that one always kind of like marked me for some reason as like one of the older ones. But yeah, I feel like that's the main three ones that I remember the most.
Yeah, fascinating. It's really fun to look up what you're talking about and looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Because I've
Yeah, if you-
I've
I can
never
find a link
seen
there.
all of these.
Oh,
No,
really?
except for
Not
Agent
even-
Gun. Agent Gun I had seen.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I guess Defect is probably like kind of niche, especially nowadays. It kind of got forgotten. But Once Upon a Time, I think in Too Far, I think it's called. This one, I don't know if it was ever niche or not, but yeah, I thought it was kind of popular, but I'm not sure.
Right. Okay, so we've talked a bit about your inspirations, and here's the real big one. What do you like? What did you first get to use with? How do I word this question? I mean, I'm staring at it, but what was it like
Yeah.
starting out using Gmod's first-person controls to pose and build? Why do you feel like that you could use that, and why do you feel like you didn't go for something traditional like Blender?
Well, I think it's because it's probably mainly because I started using Gmod. Well, first, for some reason, I thought Gmod was the thing people used to make actual Half-Life 2 mods. Like I don't have any in mind besides like Dark Interval, but that's like kind of more recent. But like I thought people like basically just went on Gmod and they somehow made stuff like Dark Interval or like even Counter-Strike and stuff, which is obviously kind of silly, but that's the mindset I had originally, and so I just started fucking around in it and such. And I think the fact that it's all like in first person, like it's just you playing around with your camera, is so much more like plug and play almost. It's way more. I think it naturally transitioned to like an actual art tool way more, especially when like you can just spawn in a map and like spawn a bunch of stuff, and you just have the environment and everything and such like right away. If that makes sense.
a lot of
like-
you can use stuff immediately and start getting to use it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like Blender where there's a lot more like sort of professional setup to do.
Start recording. Right, okay, we're back here and we're going to be looking at Gruns' pictures. But we're going to start off with one immediately, which is, he says, I don't know why this guy looks so much like a penis tip inside a foreskin. It's kind of fucked. I'm honestly just seeing a Mogus.
No, okay, there's also that. But do you see like the reflection that creates like a vertical
Hang on a minute.
slit?
We're going to open it like this.
It like I don't know. I mean, as I said, like, a hungry man thinks of bread, I guess, but yeah.
Hungry man thinks of bread. But yeah, so we've already looked at some of these earlier pictures. So we're
Yeah.
going to go down now and have a look at some of these.
Although these is like the almost like 90, like I don't know, 95% unfiltered. Like it's almost everything beside a few ones that I've left out because they're just not really finished and such.
It's
Or I
one of
just
those
don't really like.
fascinating things where, because we'll start. Actually, I'll tell you this because this is something that we both share, and we'll get it out the way. I think the lack of motivation, even though we're now at the apex of our skill and our ability, and we know what we want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because when I
It's
look at
it's
these, I'm actually so satisfied with them. They look really good. No, they don't. But you know what I mean. Like they're still
yeah, yeah,
fun to
no,
look at.
they feel, I guess, finished, quote unquote. Like they're kind of just random ass shit, but I don't know, at least they're finished. It's like at least it's something, which is at least that. And yeah, no, it's really weird. Like nowadays, I got like a clearer idea of like what I want to actually do. I have the skills for it. I have like the mountain of models and tools to make it. And yet, like, yeah, the motivation is not there. It's really strange.
I've noticed that
Um,
a lot of people tend to say that once you reach a certain skill set, you've done it for so long, and now that you have such a self expectation of your quality, that
yeah.
everything becomes a lot more stressful. Because when you're making stuff like this, I have started pictures like this in Gmod, like small
Yeah.
things, just a guy, and I just feel like so empty. Like I'm like, oh, how am I going to make this good? Whereas when I go back and I look at it, I'm still satisfied with it. Even though
Yeah.
it's literally just, I mean, look at this. This is literally just a sniper
This is
with some
just a
bone mod
guy.
shit,
Yeah.
and like because it's not mine, that looks. Is that based off of Bren?
Uh,
Sort of. Do you get what I mean?
oh,
That's
yeah, that's one of the custom weapons from back then. I have no idea what it's based off specifically. I just remember using a lot of these hexes thing.
yeah. It's fascinating to
Oh
see
yeah,
this era of just like choosing what to do. Right. So I'll
yeah.
tell you what. Let's go forward, and then this looks like an emerging of your style. Let's get back to more focus. Tell me more about what do you feel like when you see these earlier pictures and the own creation of what you'd call your
Um,
style.
honestly, how to explain? I think, well, first there's way more TF2 stuff. I've almost completely stopped making TF2 stuff after a certain point for some reason, because like I feel like there's a certain difference between this older stuff and my newer stuff, where I also had this weird, like, probably kind of statistic obsession of like, for some reason, I was obsessed with only using quote unquote official assets. So only Valve made stuff, which makes absolutely no sense. Like, why would you limit yourself like that? But
Until here it
which means,
seems we
yeah,
got
yeah,
some stalker
exactly. And then
stuff.
I started branching a bit, and I feel like the difference is that my older stuff is like specifically video game art, quote unquote, almost. And then my kind of newer stuff is like when I started using just assets from whenever, and I was like a
That's
lot
cool.
more. It was less about the game that I'm depicting and more about well, no, it was less about the assets I'm using and more about what I'm depicting, I guess. Oh yeah, this is where I already departed from it somewhat.
Oh yes, you said don't know why I had a real moment of just posing some guy a little off to the side of a
Oh
screen looking
yeah.
into the distance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
And,
remember
and
this very distinct era when I first tried experimenting and trying to do stuff where it was like guys in a black void to really improve my lighting. But to be
yeah,
honest,
yeah.
at the time it really didn't feel like I didn't specifically think to myself, I'm going to do this to improve. I was just doing it for fun
Yeah.
and experimentation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And
Because it's
I
like
think
short and easy
that's
to do.
what
So.
changes. I think that's the problem. I think you lose that perspective of just doing something like, oh
That's
yes,
true.
these.
Oh yeah, the Stork ones. These I still remember quite fondly, even if there's still definitely some stuff I would do better now. But I still like them honestly. Like I'm kind of proud of them,
Yeah,
of their style.
these are so
Yeah,
visceral. What was the name of the guy who
or
created Stalk again?
it's
Oleg.
Oleg. I think it's Oleg Vdevenko, something like this. It's like I don't remember if he's Russian or Ukrainian, one of the two. I think he's Russian. It's this Russian artist who does like a lot of this very gory, like visceral style, and he has a mini series called Stork, where it's a bunch of cops like going off duty and like shooting up a weird zombie house, and they all have this super realistic like Flash style, where you have like thick black shadows as the outlines, and it's such a cool style.
Yeah, you got
You
that
know, I tried
really
to
well. Did you
copy it.
use the stretching ragdoll stretcher tool on
I
this?
no no no, I resized it, but I think only some parts, and some parts like end up getting fucked up like the hands. But I feel like it kind of works. Like it makes the fingers all weird and like squiggly looking, which I don't know. I feel like it
Yeah, that's
fits.
that's fascinating. That looks like a completely different character.
Yeah, it's kind of a happy accident kind of thing.
Yeah, really. Oh, it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
so wonderful to see.
good
Yeah,
old
it's just so
stalker stuff.
wonderful to see. Yeah, not just the stalker stuff, but just like, oh, that's wonderful. It's just so cool to see what everyone does with the same assets available and the same
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
true.
Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt because I know this is the whole thing is meant to be interviewing you, but
Oh yeah, no
look
worries.
how simple. What Gmod offers you, you have so much you can do with just
Yeah.
outlines and blur, and I forget this so much.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like I should do more. Actually, wait, there's one pic. You'll see it later on, but I can send it real quick again. There's one pic where it was literally like just a random background I made, and it's literally just oh, it's sending. It's
Oh,
literally just I
insurgency,
think
insurgency.
yes, Insurgency exactly. It's the Insurgency I think 2 like promo art. Oh
Yes.
God, kitty, don't eat my cable. Yeah, I had a big arrow of like just combined with like those combine guns for some reason. Um, cool.
Anyway, yes.
Oh
No.
yeah, I should.
Where's that photo you were sending me?
Oh
Oh
yeah, there
yeah,
we go.
this.
This is literally just BF1 sky, some random fog, and just some random map skyline. And I mean, it's probably not enough to stand on its own, but I feel like it looks so weirdly cool with like some post-processing especially. And I feel like I should probably do more like simple
Yeah. Well,
random
this is
stuff
the
like
type of
that.
thing where if we saw this painted, it would be fucking amazing. We'd be like,
Oh
wow.
yeah, that would be
But then,
insane painting.
just
Yeah,
because we know how technically easy it is to do something like this,
yeah,
when you're
yeah.
doing it,
It's
it
not as
feels like a
impressive.
complete waste.
Although the thing is, sometimes I think there's like a certain skill to have in terms of like guessing when something is like simple enough, but it looks good. And I feel like I kind of struggle with that sometimes, where I'm like, because I know how it's been made, I'm like, ah, it's too simple still. Even though then I look
Yes.
at it like later, I'm like, oh wait, it's fine actually. It looks good on its own.
Exactly. I completely agree. I'll tell you why it is. I think that because you don't have ADHD, right? Or do you? Or not sure.
I have no idea. I don't think I do. I've never been diagnosed with anything, but we've never really tested, so I'm not sure. But I'm guessing
Well,
not.
this is going to be like an ADHD thing, or maybe it's just something that people have in common, and I'm attributing it to it.
Yeah,
When
that's
I'm
fair.
doing it now that I have a higher self expectation, I think it's less stimulating to do it, so it doesn't inherently feel like good enough while I'm doing it. If that makes sense.
Mm, now I could see what you mean. Yeah.
So, for example, one that really yeah, this is just also cool. I think it's one of these things where do you feel like when you start Gmod now, you have to have a good idea?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I feel like I need to have a good idea, otherwise I'm just gonna stand in Gmod on an old whip and like do nothing with it and just quit Gmod again.
Yeah, look here. I'm really like what you did. Not only
Oh,
with
this
the
one's
guy's
cool.
hair, but like the pose with holding on the knuckle and stuff. Really nice work.
Yeah.
Oh, and this one is just fantastic.
Yeah, I remember this was just me trying out those Heku models a friend of mine made.
Oh,
Xavian.
tasteful. Good
Oh,
watermark.
the watermark. The thing is because I kind of put it all over. It kind of I don't know ruined the ish for me. Where like now I look at it, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't have added it, but
From my
I think
perspective,
it's
it's fine.
better. Yeah, I think it's better to at least, even for other people, it's probably better to just have it be like hidden inside the picture rather than like as an actual watermark, like fucking get the image or something like this.
Yeah, I think visible watermarks are. It's always going to change between people, but it shouldn't be something. It shouldn't be something distracting.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's a real per person thing.
Like, hold on. Actually, there is this. I think it's like a Russian channel. I'm not sure what it is, but it's
Yeah, I can
this.
see why you'd be really fucked off with this because it looks so obvious. But from at least my
Yeah, this
perspective,
one.
it
Yeah,
looks so in universe that it really isn't a
yeah,
problem.
maybe that's true.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is so normal lamp core.
Yes, this one I'm still very proud of. Uh, it's inspired
Excellent
by that one
implication of
song.
distance.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, for
just a bunch of like
context,
left red two trees.
sorry to interrupt you twice.
I don't know, no
Oh
worries.
my god, look at that! That is gnarly! What
Oh yeah,
amazing
this
texture and
one.
depth! I've never seen this one before. Wow!
Have you never? Oh damn. So this is inspired by a picture from Chud slash Lewis. I'm still not sure which name it is. Um,
Yeah, it's both.
well
He
his
did the thing.
his is obviously in my opinion way better, but it's inspired by specifically this one where I'm not sure what he did to it. It's just this weird like green super crusty looking thing, but it looks fucking awesome. And I tried to replicate that.
Oh no no
So
no no
didn't
no
quite
no,
get
dude!
there, but yeah.
This is just as good. This is wonderful. This is
Oh, thank
genuinely
you.
just as good. The soft reflection of the creatures, whatever they are, eyes, just sublime.
Yeah.
Absolutely sublime.
These are just bodies, by the way. If you go 2 pictures forward, you'll see the unedited version where it's just a bunch of dead bodies. Um,
Wow.
and I added the eyes on there, and I thought it looked like creatures. I was like, oh yeah, that works
Is the
actually.
fog just normal Gmod fog?
Yep, it's just normal Gmod fog, like placed roughly right, so that you don't see it like elsewhere in the picture with like red lights.
There you see. Look at that. That looks so good. And it's just one of those. Oh,
Thank you a lot.
that is absolutely amazing. Oh wait,
Oh yeah,
isn't
oh
this a
yeah.
is this one of yours or is this one of Chud's?
Oh, that's mine. If you go 2 pictures ahead again, you'll see the unedited version. It's because I got a bunch of like, that's the time I had Topaz too, and I used to like fuck around with it a bit. So I feel like it's not a very useful variant though, the weird painted one. I feel like this one is just good on its own.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where it's all just fun experimentation.
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, this one. So that was, I think, the first picture. Because basically, I had sorry, I hope I'm not going on too much of a tangent, but
No. Well, I'm just literally just gonna record and
basically,
talk to you about stuff.
yeah, that's fair. So basically, I had these short moments where I had this kind of weird HD style, quote unquote. We might have seen it with like the Half-Life Alyx combines and such, and then the Russell from Half-Life Alyx as well, where I don't know why I was just trying to do like cool HD stuff for some reason, like especially with Ivan models and whatnot. And then I had like a weird like identity crisis, I guess, or like artistic rather, after seeing Chud stuff, and I was like, man, this shit is so fucking cool. I want to do this. And the sleep paralysis demon one is the first one where I was like, all right, I'm going all in on like the Chud like well not Chud, not as in the slur, but as in well the slang rather, but
Yeah,
as
sorry
in
for
the guy.
people listening.
Yeah,
There's a guy called
without context.
Just slash Lewis who did
Yeah,
some
I should probably call him
incredibly.
Lewis.
Actually, I'll just have a really quick look. Incredibly aesthetic art. Having
Oh yeah,
said
his
that,
stuff
though,
is
some of it is very edgy and just like deliberately thingy gore. But here's just an example of one
yeah,
of
but
them.
I think it works for it. I think it's part of the style. It's meant to be kind of yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I fucking love this stuff.
it's
And
one
it
of
was a
those
huge
things where it's like I love it. I absolutely love his artwork style and his editing. Let me find a far more thingied up one. But
but
I
maybe you'd
think
struggle like showing it to people, maybe.
yeah, I think it's
Or
one of these things where it's like some people. It's not even like your level of wokeness per se. I think it's just one of those
oh
things
yeah, no
where
no
some
no.
people would find it really off-putting, and then
Yeah,
some people would
exactly.
find it really gnarly and interesting.
Yeah,
I'm actually struggling
exactly.
to find a specific one.
I know he has those where it's like just dudes like just butchering each other in like the toilet and such. But
Yeah, see, look,
yeah,
I haven't even shown the photo, but describing someone saying, "Oh, a bunch of
yeah,
guys
this
butchering
this
themselves in the toilet," it sounds awful.
awful.
It sounds like Final Destination, but terrible. But I'll just give one example
Yeah,
here. This is one where it's meant to be, an interpretation of Half-Life 2's off-world relocation,
off-world relocations. Yeah,
and it's this part of like surrealness and stuff like this.
yeah.
There's a lot of texture. There's a real kind of like deliberate randomness to it.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. I'm guessing he just goes in Photoshop and just adds 5 random shit, and like it just looks good in the end. I don't know how he
And then,
does it.
yeah, and
Just
then
looks.
he'll suddenly do this, recreating a revolution painting, Russian
Oh yeah,
Revolution.
I love this one. I keep forgetting that's Chud's or Lewis rather. Yeah.
Yeah, really, really excellent. I think he
Yeah,
really influenced a lot of people without
yeah, he
knowing
just
it.
does fantastic stuff. I think what I like the most is that it's this weird like kind of random mismatch of like all like just a lot of different subjects and such, but it's all within like this Half-Life 2 setting thing. So it feels really slice
Oh
of
god, yeah,
life.
and then you see something like that, and it's just like there's no understanding it whatsoever. But yeah, no, it's a real thing where it's so visceral, but rather than feeling like Final Destination
More
tier
fetish almost.
ridiculous, yeah, it feels
Yeah.
like just dramatic. At least in
It,
most
it feels
cases, it
it
feels
feels tasteful, I
right.
feel like. It's sometimes even when it's distasteful, it feel like it's tasteful again. I don't know how to explain, it's this weird niche where it's like
It's a
it's
very
being
hard
distasteful,
line to
but it
get right.
works. Yeah. And then some of these are just fucking, oh yeah, this one.
Yeah, see this one I think
Was
is
awful.
important. I think it's important to actually talk about this one because not only
Yeah.
is the stark light style so good, the texture of the camera. Yes, there is a guy writing shit on the wall with his own
In
poo,
shit, no less.
but it's like because it's not the main focus of the image and it's depicting a really grim kind of
Yeah,
interpretation
it's
of.
it's not being edgy just for fun, I feel like. Or I guess for fun as well, but it's like this is just a grim situation
And it
all
feels
around,
very
so
it
like
feels very
uh,
human, and I think this
yeah,
is
yeah,
what the
exactly.
reason why I'm taking this tangent to talk to you about this is because
Wait,
this
no
is
worries.
where so much of your stuff comes from, but we don't go usually as far as he did. Because back to this
Yeah,
stuff.
that's actually something I've really struggled with is that so okay, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything when I say this, but it's kind of like this art style I call quote unquote the schizo art style, as in not maybe not an actual schizophrenic, but as in very I think esoteric would be the better word actually. Very esoteric style, and I always struggled making esoteric stuff for some reason because every time I do, I don't know where to start. I feel like I'm like almost kind of LARPing almost, but
Yes, well, it's
yeah,
one of those things where I think people would jump to saying that it's imposter syndrome, and I don't think that's true.
yeah,
It's just one
mm,
of those things where trying to emulate what feels like random aesthetic. I think the only thing you can do is go by
yeah.
pure feeling, and
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
just go by pure
Completely
feeling and
agreed.
what. Oh, talk about this image because this one's really really good because it's one of those
Oh,
things where a lot of the images that I'm showing are just dudes with guns, but
yeah,
there's so much more to it than that.
yeah. I mean, I do admit a lot of my stuff is indeed like dudes with guns, honestly. But I kind of like it. Like this one, I still like it. Where even though the posing is like maybe not the best and such, but I still love the idea of just this weird like cryptid hunting like thing almost, where it's just like weird found footage you see.
Yeah,
Because it's I should mention it's meant to be well originally it's meant to be a cryptid, but I feel like it could be maybe interpreted as just some random dead body they found. I guess it's up for interpretation
yeah,
almost.
yeah, exactly. That one is. This is the type of stuff where
Oh yeah,
it's just so simple, but it's so good. It's so
yeah. This
interpretive.
this one is inspired by a fr I don't remember what inspired it. I know it's so around that time I was hanging around a lot. One of my closest friends, which actually kind of taught me English and everything. This Romanian friend of mine called Owner, who actually has a very very close style to Chud. Even though he doesn't even know his art all that much. So it's really I feel
Yeah,
like
owner's
that's
art
something
is
just people some
fantastic.
have. Yeah. And so a lot of my pictures are like pretty inspired by him because um I just hung out a lot with him and so often we would kind of like give each other IDs and such. This one the one with the guy with the Swiss gun, I think it's like a Kid Bashed Simkus IDF guy or like maybe Bottle Boy.
Yeah,
Um I don't know why I had this weird era. So I never really did historical stuff where like you had to bother with like accurate gear because I didn't want to bother with the gear. And so I would just make up like random mercenary stuff sometimes. And I think it's kind of cool, but I feel like it'd be cooler if there was actual lore behind it. Like I think that's something you did great with Greater Sumatra, where you managed to find a way to justify just having whatever the fuck you want in terms of like equipment and such, but
yeah, but
then all
there's an
within like a
implied
lore.
course. There's an implied cause behind it, so that everything has like a
Yeah,
story
exactly.
rather
So
than
it's not
feeling
just
like
random stuff.
random.
Yeah, it's great. Oh fuck.
Right, there's actually this one. Talk about this one.
Oh yeah. So this was for a competition, if I recall correctly. For I don't remember if it was SAC or SAM, one of those niche source art servers, where well, not really niche at the time, where it was a competition to recreate a movie, a scene from a movie or a show or whatever. And this is supposed to be Generation Kill, probably one of the most known moments, which is a bit funny because I've never even watched the show. I really need to get
I
around to
haven't.
it.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I've nearly finished the book. And should I just explain the quick context behind this, or should
Oh
you?
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so really quickly. So I'm meant to be interviewing you, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, no, it's fine. Don't worry, we're just talking.
Yeah, Generation Kill is about first recon Marines entering Iraq, and they're only there for a month, but the book feels like it goes on for feels like it could be months. Everything that
Yeah.
goes on, and they're just barreling down through these Iraqi towns trying to get to Baghdad, and under constant attack or constant paranoia of attack. And there's this one, I can't remember. So he was a commander of one of the platoons, so he's got a bunch of teams under him.
Yeah.
And the guy started calling him Captain America because he
Yes,
just
right.
flipped. He couldn't handle it, and he started acting like an idiot. And what I really like that you got the accuracy here. He picked up an East German AK and just started shooting at random shit.
Yes.
And
And
he,
didn't he have like several of them or something like this in the show? I remember like he had a bunch of them. They forced him to like dump them because he just has like 3 AKs strapped to him at all time for no reason.
yeah, he just carried on collecting weapons to like dump them into any car that he'd
Yeah.
see even parked. And I just
God.
really like that you managed to get the bullet holes in the car.
Oh yeah, that was a. Oh God. Wait, sorry, I spilled something. It's fine. That was a tough thing to get right because at the time I was not using Photoshop. I think I was using fucking Fire Alpaca, which is like um
Fire alpaca.
yeah, it's like this weird. It's like imagine GIMP if it was made for drawing. So why the hell was I using that? I have no idea. I just found it. It was free. And I was using that for a while, and so it's kind of way more limited or like weird than Photoshop, especially considering it's made for drawing. So yeah,
That's really interesting. I need to
Yeah.
ask that question. I actually need to put that into the interview questions. You know, which
Oh, yeah.
program do you use? Do you mind messaging me that? Say, literally just put question mark, what programs do you use? I'll remember the context. Really like
yeah,
the
sure.
texture of this. How did you do this? This is really cool.
So this was I don't remember. I think that might have been Topaz too, because hold on. Are we allowed to say that we're using cracked tool,
Yeah,
or
fuck
should
yeah.
we?
Yeah, I'm completely
Okay,
pro
yeah.
piracy.
No, because I don't know if it's like going to be a legal issue or something. Yeah, no. I at the time a lot of people used to have like a cracked tools for Topaz too. I think where it's this tool where like I'm not sure what's the original purpose is even. It's just this like
Oh, this one is
editing tool
excellent.
that just has a ton of like. Oh yeah, this one it's actually got I could explain it real quick afterwards.
Yeah, sorry, carry on about Topaz. I'll go back
Oh
to
yeah,
the
no
book.
worries. Yeah, it's just this editing tool that just has a fuck ton of like filters and effects, including a lot of texture stuff. And I think that's made in Topaz, where I try to give it like a concept arty look almost.
Yeah, this
Which
really feels like something from the Primer guide.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I feel like maybe the filter could have been better, but I think the image itself, uh, I think work well enough for it.
Yes. I think it's one of these things where... do you ever sometimes get a little bit of imposter syndrome where you feel like you shouldn't just throw on a filter because you feel like you're denying yourself the learning ability to make that filter affect yourself? But then you've got to balance that with being able to just make art and have fun.
Kind of. I think maybe a little bit. Yeah. I think the issue I have is that I don't use filters enough. Like, because I feel like when I finish a picture, I'm always like, all right, I'm gonna try to keep it clean and readable. But the thing is that sometimes you gain more from just fucking up your picture, just applying like 5 different filters and like making it all crusty and cool looking. And I feel
Yeah.
like I don't do this enough sometimes, sadly.
So tell me about this picture because it's so
Oh yeah.
wonderful. It's got absolutely perfect field of view depth. Like you can tell that this is such a good phone photo.
Oh,
I
thank you,
really
Lord.
like how even though the car's really low res, it doesn't matter because the subjects are the guys, and it's so fucking hard to balance
Oh God.
texture quality.
I Yeah, I didn't realize how fucking low it is. The car texture was like above the guy's head. Damn.
That's
Yeah.
what I
Okay.
mean. And then look how you've managed to get the depth really well, because look at the subtle shadowing of it goes into that whatever's behind
Yeah.
them in the car. So go on. What's the
Yeah.
story of this?
I'm actually pretty proud of this one. So basically, the context of this is based off me playing Arma with a couple of other source people. There was Allmate, Christoph, Bill, uh, a couple of other people that I don't remember right now. Maybe Glasses Man. And yeah, this was just I just remember Christoph, I think, was the one where he just like put on a fucking suit. Like we were playing anti-Stasi, so we're playing as like rebels and such. And I remember Christoph was just this guy with like a balaclava, a beret, and a just a suit, like just a normal ass suit. And I thought it looked so cool, and I tried to recreate it somewhat.
That's very funny. That's very good. Oh right, manhunt models.
Yep,
Excellent.
yeah. Oh yeah, that was yeah. I had a short. I think it was very inspired by you as well and Chad, where I had a short like maybe 2 or 3 pictures of like low poly stuff that looked cool.
Yeah, very gnarly. I'm using that. It's just a good word. Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
then using Max Payne stuff as well.
yeah. Oh yeah. So yet again with my friend owner, the quote is actually from him, where I think him and another friend of mine, um, were just making up like fake fucking Max Payne quotes, and there was this one that I thought was really funny.
I'd cornered him in a corner with my gun, almost like a mouse being cornered by a cat with a gun. Yeah, that's very good. Him going up
Yeah.
against manhunt models is such a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a very nice. Is that in Cali inspired?
Oh, what do you say?
Is that Cali inspired?
Uh,
Cali
so
weapon
not
previews.
directly. Oh God, I have the context of this, but it's a bit embarrassing almost. So you'll see a bunch of pictures of this guy with the helmet and on this map with the G3 and such,
Yes, I saw
among the other
him
pictures.
here.
Yeah. So this was the fucking RP model I had with like a girl classmate fucking ages ago when we did like RP on Discord, like just not like weird RP, just RP. And I needed a character and I was like, well, my guy is gonna be like cool mercenary guy, I guess. And I just made in Gmod. And
That's fucking cool.
I still kept
That's
it
the
though because I
exact
thought it was
type of
fun.
thing where if I did that, I would be being embarrassed about it as well. But from an outsider perspective, it's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's probably not that bad.
Oh,
This
this
one,
picture is. This is the type of thing where I really wish I could explain to people who just see guys with guns why this is good. Like the subtle rim lighting, the finger posing, and how he's holding the OICW to his
oh
thing,
yeah,
to his hip. Really good. But yeah, go on.
there's a tiny bit of SSSS as well. If you zoom on the guys, like the third guy and the second guy,
What's SSSS
the
again?
yeah, it's subsurface scattering. I think it's this thing where skin glows a little red in the light. But
Oh
I'm not
yes, no, I
very
can see
good at
it.
it. Yeah, I'm not very good at it. So it looked a bit off, so I don't do it as much later on. But yeah, well, this one I think it looks all right. But what I kind of hate is like how they're kind of just random guys. Like they're just these weird like multicam, not multicam, but like modern operator dudes, but they still got OICWs. I was kind of just putting shit together,
I
but
like it. I
yeah.
like it because it reminds me a lot of what were they called? Shadow Company from Modern Warfare 2. I really like their gaiters.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I guess, yeah, with the black and the tan, that's
Yeah,
true,
and
actually.
the simple Half-Life 2 not geology map thing beside
Geometry,
really
yeah,
fucking works. I love it. I
yeah,
love
it's weird.
how video gamey Gmod art can look. I actually love it.
Yes,
It feels
I
like screenshots from games that exist.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah. Did we
Edda.
wait? Did we? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember having to do the flag and everything for it. Um, well, not not related to political associations or anything. I'm not part of ETA or anything. I just thought the separatist from CS:GO looked cool.
They do, yeah. There, that is very funny. Very nice, very nice. What I would call
Yeah,
standard picture there, just really nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Another
Oh, are
really
we
just
we're
random
getting
shit.
into some more that more new art era.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The more chud eras type stuff. This one, I think this is probably still one of my favorites from myself.
Is that a fucking kit bashed bong?
Yes, it's made out of an Half-Life Alyx bottle with like some texture on it, and the Postal 2 crack pipe,
Oh my
like just
god.
put into it.
God,
I'm still
that's
pretty
bloody
proud of
fun.
this one.
Yeah, that looks really smooth.
Yeah, I really need to just. I think um I feel like I kind of did better with Stalker stuff sometimes because the models just have a great aesthetic. So it
The
just
stalker models look good while
yeah,
clearly looking. The stalker models look
hey,
weird. They've got giant fucking
yeah,
feet. But
yeah. They
yeah,
got a weird
they.
proportion, but I kind of like it.
Yes, I agree. Right, so
It's
this looks like
it's
a
very
really interesting
stylized.
thing. Nice first person shot. This feels so much like a game screenshot. This is so good.
Well, I think in fact this was if I'm not mistaken, you made a competition once on I'm guessing Sam where it was like make
Make a
like
game screenshot.
exactly, and I
There it
think that
is.
was my uh what is it called? My submission. Yeah, that's the word.
What the fuck
Oh
is a
yeah.
kilometer? But yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's excellent.
Yeah.
For anyone listening, for context, it's a really fun challenge to try and get a first person view in Gmod. When you're
To
building
look
it as
right.
an art piece, it's quite hard if you can't use,
Yeah.
pardon me, a sweep, because
Oh yeah, no
it's
worries.
fun of the challenge of using a first person perspective, like building it with a ragdoll, and then getting everything to. It's actually hard to make it look smooth like it's a game
Yeah.
without just
Especially
using
that
animations.
funnily enough, this reminds me if I can go on a tiny bit of a tangent, is that
This looks so
something
bad out of context. This looks so fucking
oh
funny.
yeah. Yeah, this one. I think that okay, hold on. Let me see if I still have it. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong account. Well, this is a reference to that one picture where it's a KKK guy and a black guy like drinking a beer together, and there's like, "Why can't we be friends?" playing in the
Yeah, that's the
background.
one. Because the context for this
Yeah,
guy is he's from he
I think it's a Burgundian guy
yeah, but
from
he's from
TNO.
Cooge's he's from Cooge's lore, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
because that's not
it's from the mod, the Hoi4 mod TNO, but Cooge made the model. Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's it. Because that it is still a swastika, but it's also meant to be the burgundy swastika. That's very funny.
Yeah,
That's good.
which is even worse. In context, the Burgundy are meant to be like Nazis times 10. So this is kind of yeah.
Yeah. What country is he meant to be from?
I I don't think I made him anything specific. I think I just made which a bit of a shame. I feel like it would have been cooler if I made him something specific in TNO as well, so it's like a TNO pick
Yeah,
and
because
not just some
the
Nazi.
first thing I assumed is that he's a Black Rhodesian. That's the first thing I was
Yeah,
like, why
yeah,
can't
because
we
the
be
Rhodesian
friends?
model.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, actually, that would yeah, that would kind of add to it as well because you know Rhodesian is like kind of a apartheid. Well,
Tell you
kind
what,
of.
go
It
just
is.
take this image and go and Photoshop the Rhodesian flag on his thing. Just put a little patch on, and then
Yeah,
you've got it. Then it's
really
why can't we
good.
be friends?
That is a good idea.
Very nice standard image here. This is a really good example of what I was talking about, where you can make something really simple. It's just a dynamic pose of a guy aiming his gun,
Yeah,
but because of the Half-Life 2 graffiti texture in the background, it just works so well.
yeah.
Ah, the Panama
Oh, yeah.
picture, so
Yes,
well
exactly.
recreated.
So this one, it's because I have like a whole reference image folder where, well, reference. It's more of just cool military pictures I like. And I have like way too much of these, and I kind of felt bad about not using them for anything. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start recreating all of them in Gmod. I did it with one, and then kind of gave up. But yeah, that's the one. I'm still pretty happy with it.
That one's really nice.
Uh,
This one's got a
y-
really nice bit of foreshortening to it. You know, with the background appears.
yeah, I'm still. The thing is, as you said, you know, maybe kind of a what is it again? It's not Inspector. It is
Imposter syndrome.
yeah, Imposter Syndrome exactly. Where I kind of feel like it's like kind of whatever because it's just it looks good. The thing is, it does look good in the end, but because I made it, I feel like I know how it was made, and so I'm kind of like it's whatever if that makes sense. Like it's not that good because I know how it was made, and I know it's simple, even though
Yes, yeah, absolutely, precisely. Like for me, that car in the background hiding behind the foliage, I actually quite like the jumbled mess of shadows at the back because it adds to
yeah,
the fucked up shadows on the thing. This is the exact image. If I'd made it, I would be like, oh, I don't even see the point of sharing this. But no,
exactly,
it's
yeah,
so fucking good. I like it because I didn't make it.
yeah. It really is just
Oh, is this
the whole
Altis?
Yep, it's this is when I started
The Armored
messing
Free
around with the
faction.
skating stuff. And yeah, this is meant to be like a very rough recreation of AAF guys.
Oh, it's
Oh,
the
that
Armored Free
one.
face. I thought that was your face for a second.
No, no. But yeah. I don't even know if you remember the intruder thing.
No, I
Uh,
never kept up with that. I
There was
I knew the video, but not like specific. Oh my
yeah,
god,
no,
there's so
it's
much
from
more
some
stuff to talk about. It's just so fucking
yeah,
cool.
there's just not a lot I send usually. Oh yeah, another one I'm still very proud of as well.
Yeah,
This one
very
actually kind of
striking.
started as a joke, where it was between. So there was these two other source users called Viper and Arashnit, which is might be known for models. Well, both of them actually might be known for that. And I remember this whole like fake drama where they were like, how to say they were faking like having a drama on the server, but it wasn't presented as an actual drama. It was presented as like actual like country politics. Like I have been, like politically banned from Arashnit court, etc. And so I don't know why I had this idea of like like Viper Core Patriot executed by Arashnit court forces, and just
Yeah.
yeah,
That's excellent. Exact type of image where it's like all of the basic fundamentals are there. It's one of those great images that you can crop in so many different ways and it still looks good.
yeah,
That's very
that's
very
true
good.
actually. I never thought of it, but yeah, I'm really proud of this one as well.
Oh, this one is absolutely fantastic.
Oh shit. I don't have the original. This is based off a random ass like screenshot of so there's this like modder guy called Sergeant Stacker who does a lot of like Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 and a couple of games like mods, and he had like the way he mods these games is that they're always like just this weird jumble mess of like assets from like everywhere, but it somehow works. And this is supposed to be like a recreation of that, basically.
Yes, it's something called like Madness Combat Mega 4 or something like that,
Yeah, exactly.
MCM.
It's something like that.
And the original videos are absolute chaos. They're just these
Yes, but
random
it's so good.
combinations of like Half-Life 2 conscripts fighting each other endlessly, and it's but then you turned it into this like it's just so cool to see a game screenshot recreated in a way that it's the uncanniness of it that I really like.
Yeah, thank
Alright,
you a
there's the
lot.
uncanny one.
Oh yeah, just the yeah. Oh yeah, this one. Um, this one that was just me trying out the PLR models, and because the guy with the anti-material, well, the anti-tank rifle rather, uh, I posed him first as like his own thing, and I just didn't like the picture, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to it and reuse the pose for something else. And
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
I think it came out as well as well.
oh, that's something to add to the interview list is about different eras of models clashing specifically because
Yeah,
sometimes it really works. Like this is a very HD gun and it really pops out of the image
yeah,
and
I
it
think it's from like
works.
Fallout New Vegas or something like this,
Yeah,
probably
I
from
think
Millennium.
is it one of Millennia's?
I think so, yeah. So it's really high quality.
What's her
But
name
then
though?
you got
Oh no, I can't remember. I can't remember, but yeah, Millennia.
uh
I think she's still called Millennia. Still goes by
I think
Millennia, I
she's
think.
still called Millennium. Is she not? Did she change her name? Maybe.
I think no. I'm just trying to remember what I think her actual name. I think it's Azure Starfire or something badass like that.
Oh,
I
what
can't
the
remember.
fuck? I had no idea. I thought she was still Millennia.
No, I have her username as Millennia, but I was trying to remember what
Oh,
her actual name was.
oh,
This
okay, I
is
see.
such a good fucking image. This is so.
This one I am not as proud of it, I do admit, because I had a way cooler idea for it. This is inspired by one of the Arma 3 OSTs. Hold on, can I pull it up real quick?
Yes, yeah, please do.
Let me find it. So it's Arma 3, Malden.
And it's one of these things where if people are still listening to this and they are not a Gmod artist themselves, you have no idea how hard it is to pose one of these slings. Getting a sling properly
Yeah,
posed is
these
there is a
are
reason why people.
days.
How long did it take you to do that sling?
I honestly, I'm not sure. I'd guess probably like half of the time of the pick, and it's not even.
Fuck
I mean,
me.
it's kind of funky looking, but yeah,
It's one of those things where people really don't mind if you don't put a sling, but at the same time,
yeah,
when you do, it's worth it if you
it
can
feels nice.
concentrate.
Yeah, I think one cool thing about this though.
Wait, well,
All right.
so we were talking about the
Oh
soundtrack
yeah,
for
this one.
this.
Oh yeah, I was just I
Here it
was
is.
inspired by. I think that's the right one. Can you play it? I think, yeah, that's the right one. It's one of the orchestra they used to reveal the Malden remake from R3, and it has like such a like it feels very adventurous, like a movie soundtrack almost. And so I tried to like sort of make something that would look like maybe like this would be the cover of the movie it'd be off, which I wish I would have. It's probably good enough, but I could have done it way better. But
I get what you
still,
mean. It's not as dynamic, but no,
yeah,
it does capture this feeling of this guy does feel like a character.
yeah.
And it's both like
the eye posing is fucked up. The eye posing is really, oh god, it really fucks me up.
no, that's fine. That's just whatever. That's just the reality of it. It looks fine. It just looks like
Yeah,
because the reality is when you start intensely focusing on posing people, you start thinking they look stupid, and it's just actually what people look like.
Yeah.
Oh, are
That's
these
something
custom T-shirts?
Oh yeah, Filmmaker and Nine Inch Nails over there, which I don't even actually listen to that much, so that's kind of my bad. But the album cover is really cool. Filmmaker I do listen to though, at least used to. And and Health again. Oh, wait, no, that was Nine Inch Nails. That was Health. What am I saying?
That's very nice. Really good use of when you can make a completely normal image and then create something.
And
more
then edit
flawless.
it into something else. Yeah. Yeah, this one I'm also kind of proud of.
This is excellent. This is where I think we're getting into the absolute peak of your guys with guns.
Style, yeah. Thank you a lot.
Yeah,
This one,
really nice.
guys are kinda... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just about to say, it's just like how everything about it is just so like. How do I put this? There's just enough to make it feel like more than just guys on a Gmod map, but it doesn't become like ultra HD.
Too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like nice and crispy. It looks like a screenshot from a really good game.
Yeah, that's true.
Like mocap
honestly,
animations and good particles and stuff like that. Sorry, carry
I
on.
was almost imagining. I don't know if you probably know them. Do you know the Halo 3 and Halo to ODST cutscenes, like the animation they have in the cutscene? Have you ever seen these?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
They look so much like Gmod animations, and that's kind of how I imagine like people would move like in this kind of scene. It's just this very stylized but still like good looking.
Yeah, I think the
kind of
ODST stuff it's from before. This is a completely different topic, but I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, yeah.
It looks animated. It doesn't look like just like mocap.
I think it's because they didn't add mocap at all, at least when they used it. So I'm guessing
the next image.
It's just all animated.
Okay, so we've spent so much of this time talking about mostly like military and serious interesting
Oh,
images.
is it the experiment one?
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, the experiment.
I can't believe
one.
I forgot this one. Is that a
Wait.
Dark Interval one? Dark
No,
Interval?
it's FA Sale on the workshop. He made like a couple of these hound eyes.
That is
hold on.
so good. That is so good. I'm gonna
Experiment
immediately start spreading that everywhere.
Seal.
Where's the
Okay, I found
original? Where's the original image for that? The seal experiment.
It's this one. I sent it. It's at the bottom. Yeah, this one.
The
Portal
experiment
seals
gif.
in this fucking Portal 2 ass looking room, and I tried to recreate it.
Yeah, that is so perfectly like Portal 1 even. Just like so like
Yeah, Portal 1.
that really is just fantastic experiment. Right, so we're back
Thank
into
you.
yes, now we're getting into okay, we're gonna go backwards because I think we're gonna start with these weapon shots.
Yeah, these ones, they were just inspired by other artists as well. That's something where often I see one artist do something cool, and I'm gonna kind of copy their style for like one pick, which is why I feel like my style is like pretty inconsistent sometimes. Where because I'm taking inspiration from different artists for like specific pictures, sometimes it kind of shows where, yeah, it's very different.
Do
looking.
you feel like you need to have a consistent style though?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think as an artist you should. You need to have a constant art style. But personally,
Oh,
I
I
mean,
just
maybe
realised
again,
this is that it's that image.
Yep, exactly. These are just the whip shots, but they look cool, so I changed the lighting a bit. And yeah, I feel like me personally, I really wish I had a way more consistent art style. But I think, anyone as an artist doesn't necessarily need one. I think that it's fine if they don't, as long as they make good stuff that isn't like copy.
Well, this
I
is
guess.
what I was
Well,
about
even
to
copy
say.
is fine.
I think
Oh, God.
I think this is just more of a personal thing. I think it's one of those things where I don't mind when people say that I've got a style. I'm very happy with that, but it's one of these things where I don't mind not having a consistent style.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think what people define as consistent style is, do you mean like, oh,
The
that's
I
it.
mean
Go on, you tell me.
I as in not necessarily, well, sort of both in the assets and just the way the picture is like look and is made, like the way the lighting look and such. I guess sort of like um
Do
I
you
guess an
feel like,
example
do
of
you wish that when you made art it was more cohesive?
yeah, absolutely. I wish pictures looked more, not necessarily more the same, but looked like they were made more by the same person and
Yes,
not cha-
Gmod is
yes.
fucking weird in that you can use the same models and the same tools on the same map, and yet it'll somehow out of nowhere look really good, or it'll
Yeah,
look
yeah,
really
exactly.
gamey.
It's really weird.
This one is so funny.
Yeah, this one I'm still pretty proud of as well. It's pretty good.
Is this a film
It's
set?
meant to be. Yeah, it's meant to be a movie set, which, as you can see, the struggle of finding any kind of medieval looking assets for Gmod. That's one thing that's a shame for Gmod and source art in general is it's mainly geared towards modern kind of era of like warfare stuff, like like Cold War and modern and such. But anything older, like medieval or even late medieval or Victorian era, there's like practically nothing almost
Nothing. There is nothing.
generally.
There is, and also just
Yeah.
for anyone listening, women. There are we have not had
Yes.
good women for years ever since 2006, basically. Nothing.
Yeah, I
Just
guess
nothing
beside like
until
Half-Life 2 Citizens, but even then, that's still like Half-Life 2 models, so it's pretty old.
yeah, exactly. Your limit. There is if you want to do like civilian normal stuff, you are so limited. There's a
Yeah,
reason
unless
why we do so much military stuff like this because there's just so much of it.
exactly, yeah, it's a bit of a vicious cycle where like no one makes assets, like no one makes packs for it, and so no one make pictures of it because why? How could you without the assets? And so often models are like, well, I'm not really gonna do something because people probably won't use it, and so often, yeah, it's kind of this vicious cycle where it's like,
This is such a lovely little image. This is so funny. This is yeah, that's
this one,
exactly
yeah,
what you're describing. Just like Gmod has such potential, it's just that the asset limitation is sometimes fantastic,
yeah,
and then
it's
sometimes
really
it's just
insane.
really not.
Exactly, yeah. Which is a bit ironic because nowadays we're like probably the least limited we've ever been in terms of assets, and yet the motivation, it's hard to find it. So it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is just some nice
Oh yeah, just some
demonstration.
reskins. Yeah,
Oh, you made these?
probably. Yeah, I made all these. Yeah, all the ones that are like just four guys. That's all the ones I made.
Oh,
Although they're
fantastic.
really old. Yeah.
That's cool.
That was
I
me
like
with
how the
the
camera looks a little bit like seagull poo.
yeah, actually, I see it. Yeah, it's like the actual fucking seagull poo, like decal, especially from Half-Life
Yeah,
2.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
exactly. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, all right, yeah. Now we're getting. This is very much into the whole thing of just like, and this is the last couple of. Are these the last couple of images you ever made so far?
yes, these
Right.
are basically the last ones.
Really, really
And yeah,
nice.
this one I'm still very proud of it. It's very inspired by another artist that I fucking adore. Hold on, let me find it. I don't remember what his name is. It's got a J in it. Hold
This
on, let me
almost
see.
feels a bit. This one feels almost a bit Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, yeah, it's got a bit of that. Oh yeah, it's Huav T or maybe Juav T. I'm not sure how you say it.
Yes, I know the
Um,
exact one you mean. His art is
yes,
absolutely amazing,
yes, it's so
and
good. He has such a way of making stuff look very crusty and like aged and kind of like
he is the
just
absolute king of the
work.
pre-soft lamps era.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's very, very inspired by that.
Yeah, very. This is very nice. Just a nice, simple picture.
This one just a random one as well. Yeah, trying out the yeah.
Really nice posing. This is such an image that is made by just like interesting dynamic posing. And oh, I love the guy cleaning his revolver, looking at the
Yeah,
guy
even though the
talking.
posing is a bit weird.
Oh no, to me this is all just fantastic. This is all just really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is an excellent
Yeah.
image that just I just fucking love the old textures. I love how it just makes it give it a really nice feeling. And that's one of the
Yeah,
issues I have where I could never really force myself to. The more HD you go, the more you have to get lighting right. Like everything
yeah,
has to be
exactly.
right.
Because otherwise, it just looks Yeah,
It looks
that's
bad,
actually,
not uncanny.
yeah, exactly. Oh, we go. Hold on, just picking up something. Oh, there we go.
And yeah, another example of that is just really good, just really nice. I'll tell you something that I have always preferred over
Yeah,
pre-rendered. I have always liked in-engine cutscenes.
yeah, me too. Honestly, like
It just looks
in
so much
engine,
better when it looks like the game you're playing.
exactly. It feels more immersive, I think, because especially that pre-rendered cutscene. Well, obviously there's like also the modding aspect where like if you mod models, they're just not there. But yeah, I just yeah, I agree because it feels more part of the world. It's not like oh suddenly everything is like super HD and
Oh
nice and
no, the
like
worst thing ever. It has a lower frame rate. It has a baked-in 30 FPS
yes
frame
that
rate.
too. Just looks so weird.
Is this another OLED one?
Um, no, actually, yeah, no, that one is. Let me actually wait. Let me see if I can find the original picture that's inspired. Well, it's inspired by two. Oh no, wait,
This
three.
feels familiar in a good way.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I could see it.
Really,
Okay, I
this
can't
is
find
just
the
a really
picture.
nice standard Guys with Guns picture. I really like the addition
Thank
of
you.
the
Oh yeah, this
camera
one I
flash.
actually spent quite a bit of time on the dates, on like the look of like the numbers rather. I don't know how I would recreate the effect, which is a shame because it's pretty good, but
Yeah, it's
I wouldn't I
really
have no idea.
nicely softed.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then oh yeah,
that's
oh this
lovely.
one.
That's like a companion piece to the other image we were discussing earlier.
Exactly, yeah, that's when so this is after a long break I had where I couldn't make shit, and this is oh god, wait, hold on, there we go. And this is sort of one of those where I'm like I was really tired of not making anything, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to just do random shit again. And I guess it kind of worked for this one to just do random stuff.
Yeah,
But
that's really nice. This really gives a feeling of like
yeah.
the Half-Life 2 world at its worst.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually kind of inspired by Vermintide 2. I don't know if you know that game.
I've
It's
been
this
meaning to play it. I've been need because when I
yeah.
tried to play it single player, I couldn't get into it because it felt weird. It's not like Left 4 Dead 2 or
Yeah.
1 where you can play it on your own. Vermintide is very
Yeah, yeah,
clearly meant to
exactly.
have more people.
And in it there's like those areas called Chaos Waste where the sky is just always those weird like esoteric just random colors and such, and I really love
Oh,
that.
okay. I'm gonna have
So
to
it's
look that
inspired by
up.
that. Yeah.
Some more AAF guys, really,
Oh
really
yeah.
nice.
The way more refined look for them.
Yeah, they look really good. This is excellent. This is
Thank you.
so
This
good.
one,
This is like it's just such a dynamic angle. So we're gonna zoom in here. We've got this ramshackle surrounding of what looks like to be a field. You even got a guy with
yeah,
binoculars in the tower.
yeah. The only thing I feel like kind of maybe ruins it a bit for me is the way the passenger look. Like the way he's so close to the side of the camera, so his face is like kind of stretched. I don't know why it kind of fucks with me, even
I'm
though it's
fine
totally
with
fine.
that because of the distortion. You would feel that distortion with the image. I think it's
Yeah,
important to keep the distortion. I get what you mean, but I think this. Oh, for anyone who can't see, maybe a compression. The viewer is cocking a
oh yeah,
revolver
he's
and this
cocking a
guy's loading a
revolver.
shotgun. Really, really
This
nice. This is excellent.
this is this
Is
is actually
this?
based off a dream I had.
Go on.
Oh, you know, I was just gonna say this is based off a dream I had where, well, a lot of things look different, like the lighting was different, and such. I just couldn't manage to recreate it, so I just settled for something different. But yeah, this is yeah, just a recreation of a dream I had, and it's kind of inspired by I think there was a bit of like pathologic in
I
it
was just
somehow.
about to say this really feels like Pathologic meets Clear Sky Swamps.
Yeah, I could see it. Well, it's actually a lot of clear sky props. That might be why.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So this is the I think last image ever, and it's
Uh, and then this one, yeah,
this one is like again, it's one of those things where if people aren't into guys with guns, it just looks like an image. But there is
yeah,
so
it's just
much
whatever.
dynamic posing. I think this image really just goes to show you how fantastic we've now got it. Where this with the guy being lifted up onto the BTR, and he's being helped with the guy there. The way
Yeah,
that the camouflage and it is so one color, but in a way that works so well.
yeah, that's true. Thank you a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
hang on a
and
minute.
it's actually based off. Oh,
No,
it's
thank
actually
you.
based
I was
off.
being asked for soup.
Oh,
Sorry, carry on.
no worries. Now I was just saying. It's based off Project Reality. Actually, funny enough, that's why
Yes,
the mech guys looks like
I
this.
was just about to say if these were meant to be the Middle Eastern coalition.
Yeah, it is. It's basically I was playing with because a few times ago, I used to play PR with my father a bit, and once one match, I think it was like MEC versus IDF, and it was like some guy just stopped by with a BTR, and everyone like went on top of it to like shoot over a wall, and I was like, oh, that's such a cool. Like,
I had no idea there was. I had no idea there was a story behind it. How wonderful!
yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a guy parking his BTR nearby so that the others can shoot over a wall.
That's really cool.
But yeah. And I think that's literally the last one, and then it's all whips, sadly. Well, WIPs rather.
Yeah, these are still.
Last
Yeah, I think.
finished.
Is there anything you'd like to say about these?
Not specifically. I just hope I'll get to finish them at some point.
Yeah,
I'll get around to.
I think, considering this is the first time I've ever done it, this might be it for now. I mean,
Yeah,
I really
so.
enjoy. I think for the next few interviews, I'm definitely going to prepare like better questions, and then I think I will ask people to do a separate talk about your art thing, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
This was still fucking great, though. Thank you very much. Is there anything
Yeah,
else you'd like to talk about?
That was just really fun to do.
Because I'll tell you what I'll also do when I make this video. I will
Yeah.
go through it and put the topics with timestamps, so that if people don't want to hear, you know, like warbling about certain something.
Yeah.
Right. Is there anything
think,
else you'd like to say?
Not specifically. I was just gonna say I hope I didn't went on like tangents too much.
No,
just that,
that's fine. I think
both of us in DC. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you talking's fine. That's completely
No,
fine. I think because we're here to like, it's here to document what people have got thoughts about, and especially about their own art.
I feel like when we're in VC like this, it's way more inclined to like actually talking about it, which is really fucking great. It's just for the video. I hope it's gonna like work well.
Exactly. I think it'll be fine. I think. Well, this is what I was thinking. I think. Well, let me stop recording now. Lol. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Gay porn time.